good old Urban Decay Primer Potion Eyeshadow Primer because I'm not applying my usual foundation and concealer and powder as my primer. I'm just applying a bone shade to the lid. You can use any one. I'm using one from one of my Kylie palettes. Now we're getting into the fun part right away, if I could get adjusted. Starting out with this eyeshadow palette from Deuce, I am going to use this second to lightest warm brown shade, and I'm going to apply that in my crease and blend this out really, really nicely because this is going to help the black go on smooth. And I'm just going to apply the most of it right here in the corner of my eye. What's cool about this smoky eye is most of the pigmentation is in the corner of the eye. It's kind of like a reverse smoky eye. I was just super inspired by adduce. I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly, but she's one of my favorite makeup people to follow on Instagram. Very inspiring. So that shade should get lighter as it gets to the outer portion of the lid. Now the intense fun part, I am going into the shade Dark Matter from the Melt Dark Matter stack, and I am using a MAC pencil brush just to get into the very inner corner of the eye. And this is like one of the most intense black shades I own. So if you own this, you know how pigmented it is. So start out light and you know, you can build up and bring this down to the lower portion of the lash line. Blend this and bring that onto the lid with this brush. Go back in with a pencil brush and bring this up a little bit higher. What's great, if you don't apply too much, you can keep going back in and build up. Now, I don't know where you would wear this look. I'm probably gonna have to run to the gym after this. Hopefully I'll have time to wipe it off. But I don't know, this might be fun just for, I don't know, girls' night out. I would wear it out, but I just wanted to do something really just inspired by today. Something just different. You're basically just filling in the corner, the inner corner of your eye, and then just kind of bringing this upward. All right, now that you have that kind of depth in the inner corner, I'm going to go on my lower lash line and bring this same warm shade here from the Deuce palette and run this along my lower lash line and blend it into that inner corner portion. In her post, she has like a reverse eyeliner, like a light eyeliner, but I want to keep it slightly dark, so I'm going to use Ciate's Gel Kohl Liner in the shade Slate, and I'm going to run this along my upper lash line. I'm also going to run this in my waterline. Now I'm going into MAC's Typographic, which I think it's actually discontinued, if I'm not correct. I don't know, but it's a really pretty deep gray, almost black. And I'm taking this on an angled brush and I'm gonna go right over Slate to kind of intensify it, wing it out. To brighten up the areas that I want brightened a little more, I'm going to go back into this bone shade here from my Kylie palette. You can use whatever bone shade, and I'm just going to tap that on just a little bit and go back and blend. But I just want this to be a little more pronounced. I'm going to pop on House of Lashes Boudoir Light. I feel like I can never catch myself on camera doing my lashes. I always go out of frame, so there's that. But we're gonna try. Did we go out of frame? I don't know. These lashes are so pretty and they're comfortable because they're the light version. Oh, la 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 dee dee. I really like this look. Okay, let's do the skin. So this, oopsie, is gonna make a little more sense. So I wanna keep the skin really dewy and just very natural looking since the eyes are kind of incredible. I really like this look. So I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. I am loving this stuff. This got sent to me in a PR package and I was real skeptical, but I am loving it. So if you have dry skin, I think you're gonna love it. And it doesn't break me out. So I just tap on a little bit, about a drop, and just apply it really in my most dry, oopsie, got a little eyeshadow on that one, dry areas. And I let it set for a second to kind of get into my skin. And the foundation that we're gonna use today is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD, very kind of sheer coverage, yet natural finish. And then with this primer, I think it's gonna look really nice and glowy. Tap this on my face. That might be a little too light, but we'll warm up the skin. Because if you ever, sometimes it's good to go a little bit lighter than your skin tone and then warm up with bronzer. If you're not sure what your skin's doing that day or you're not sure of the shade you should use. I think I just picked the wrong one out of my little card over there. Now to brighten up the under eye, I'm going to use my Becca corrector, and then we're gonna apply a sheer concealer on top of this. And I don't want to go too far in the inner corner because I want that depth from these eyeshadows. And we're going to go back in and kind of clean it all up. For concealer, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way in Very Fair because I am very fair. This has a very natural finish. It's not a full coverage concealer. I don't mind some of my dark circles showing through with this look since this is a bit grungier and just kind of imperfect. So, to set my facial area, mostly under my eyes, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder in the shade 1. Just go ahead and roll that on. Now that my powder is on, I'm going to go back in underneath the eye with that little shader brush that I had the warm brown shade from that Deuce palette on, and I'm just going to bring this down a little lower. Like I said, we went a little light with the foundation, but that's okay. I'm going to warm myself up with Bobbi Brown's bronzer in medium and just kind of lightly contour and bronze. And my braids are turning into Pippi Longstocking braids here. But I'm just going to warm my skin up with this and bring it back to life. And for blush, I'm going to use the Deuce blush in the shade 45. It's a really beautiful kind of melony peach shade. And I'm just going to lightly flick this on because these blushes are very pigmented. And now for highlight, I'm going to use the Ciate Dewy Sticks. If you follow me on any social media, you know I'm obsessed with this stuff. There's no like glitter or shimmer in there. There's like micro pigments of shimmer, but they don't show up on the skin. So I want to make my skin even more dewy. And I just do this, and it just gives your skin the most natural glow you've ever seen in your life. It doesn't move product around. And you just look, I don't know, alive. I love this stuff. It makes you look healthy. And for lips, I'm just going to apply the Deuce lipstick in the shade 002. It's a really pretty warm peach shade. This video isn't sponsored by them, by the way. I'm just enjoying their stuff they sent me. And I don't really want to define my lips with liner. I just want them to be kind of nude. I'm actually going to dust them with a little bit of my setting powder to mattify that lip a little bit. Boom, there you have it. You're either terrified or just mesmerized. I'm mesmerized. I really like this look. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I mean, it's not your typical pretty, but I'm digging it. That is it for today's tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this different type of look. I got really inspired when I saw her post and I was like, I want to do this, maybe add some lashes, have a little fun with makeup today. So I hope that this wasn't too crazy. But sometimes pretty makeup is boring. I love pretty looks. I love like looks you can just go out and feel glamorous, but sometimes I'll crave a little fun and like darkness and pretty and smoky, and it's like the different type of pretty. Go follow her on Instagram. Seriously, you guys will love her posts. They are so inspirational if you love playing around with makeup. Thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Mallory1712. Give this video a like if you enjoy different types of looks sometimes to kind of break up the monotony. If you have a request for a fun type of look, please leave it in the comments below. And don't forget, there is a new episode of the Mallory and Keegan podcast out, so I will leave a link to that below as well, if you dare. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, you guys.